off. Janelle is always somewhere close lurking.
Pull a chair up.
Yeah, you hang out with us, Janelle. You know I don't mind sharing. Well, girl, you're not.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Button 91. We're talking to you guys about Ready to Love. We're dealing with Quinton and Janelle and Kat. The reality of the situation is Quinton is locked down with Janelle. In fact, he's tied down. In fact, he's made a choice. He says he's not going anywhere else but Janelle. And it's really interesting because Kat didn't know that. I'm guessing the rest of the girls may not have fully known that. But he said he's spoken for. What does that mean for Lee? Now, unless it's something that we haven't seen behind the scenes, maybe Lee and him have had a conversation, but the show's not showing us to keep a storyline going. Why the hell is he saying that he's already spoken for? Because he isn't, because I thought he was open, right? Because he had Lee at least and Janelle at least. So why say that he's already spoken for? So he actually shut down Kat without actually shutting her down. Because Kat really asked him, like, are you ready spoken for? He said, yes, he is. And I was like, this is the kind of behavior that, for me, kind of links into what I said at the very beginning of the season with Quinton. I said, there's some things about Quinton that we're not really seeing, right? In terms of the fact that when I saw the tattoo on his finger, I said, there's almost this puppy dog energy with Quinton. No matter how big he is, no matter how strong he is, no matter how handsome he is, no matter how well built he is, there's a bit of a puppy dog energy in terms of the following energy, right? Where you are, and I think it comes with the fact that he likes older women. And I really do believe that when you're someone that likes older women, yes, you have a level of maturity. Yes, you may have grown up faster than other people, but it also, the other flip side of it is the dynamics that happen in a relationship, because that person being slightly much older oftentimes has some level of power in the relationship, and there's a power dynamic which often makes him the follower, not necessarily the whole lead. I'm not saying that he doesn't lead. I'm saying that the dynamic, and we can see Janelle and her behavior, who's leading, right? In a lot of things, because what she did in the whole situation was she had Herbert and Quinton, and Quinton was a second choice in much respects. It was always Herbert, but Herbert wasn't playing the game right, so she had to keep Quinton on lock. And now Herbert's out, Quinton's the main choice. But we see how she behaved throughout the course of the day. He couldn't tell her to stop the argument with Kat later on, and he couldn't tell her nothing in the bedroom in the exclusive video that they dropped on OWN TV. So he has no control over Janelle. Janelle will keep on doing what Janelle wants to do because Janelle is the one that has the power in the relationship. That's why I said he's not the lead. But let's talk a little bit more about this on this episode. If you're new to the channel, do me a massive favor, like it, share, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 100,000 by the end of the year, okay? We're trying to put some great content for you guys. And hopefully that should turn into some some great subs and you guys having some great content throughout the course of the year. Yesterday night we had our membership live. So if you haven't joined the membership, it's £1, $1, and we get exclusive membership lives every other week. And so we love to have you guys there as well. And for those of you who are returnees, really know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Stay hydrated because the streets out there, they're hot. Let's get it going. Yes, I'm in a shirt and tie. I thought, let's do something a little bit different. You know what I mean? Let's talk a little bit about Quinton and Janelle and Kat, because Janelle is very territorial. She came out speedily. You understand?
He's mine, so I don't mind sharing for this moment.
I can never have a full conversation with this man without.
Now, Kat came out and said, I don't mind sharing, and then Kat was like, well, no, then Janelle was like, well, yeah, I don't mind sharing for today, but just to let you know, he's mine, right? Now, the fact that this happened, it's kind of embarrassing on Kat's side because she don't really know the position of Quinton. Now she does know, right? But she was fighting a losing battle. Quinton wasn't interested. Quinton didn't have his eye there. Quinton wasn't looking in that direction. Quinton had his eye on Janelle, and has always had an eye on Janelle. Even with the Lee connection, I didn't really see it. But that's the show. Again, they could have edited in some way. But even with Lee, we only saw the first episode. And I thought, oh, this could be amazing. I thought it could be great together. And then it didn't take long before we didn't get to see no content between the two of them. And when we did, there wasn't really any spark after that. You know what I'm saying to you, right? And even in Lee's interview, again, I didn't really see no spark in that situation once more, right? So let's continue playing this a bit more. Let me speed it up because the copyright system be moving mad out here.
Her having something slick to say.
Who you spoken for?
Absolutely.
Does
Absolutely.
everybody else know that? Don't matter. He know it.
Q, did you let people know that you're already spoken for? And then you see the reaction of Janelle, don't matter. And it's like that territorial energy. Now, territorial is not necessarily a bad thing. Being territorial doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. When you're possessive, we've got a problem. She's territorial. Territorial just means that you like to mark your territory, make sure that other people know this is where you're at, this is where you are, this is where you be, and no one else can get in that space. I'm not angry at that. I think that's fair, right? If you know you've got that solid connection with that person. And then, in all honesty, she does have that solid connection with Quinton. It's Quinton who needs to make it very clear where he stood. He didn't. See that kind of passive energy? He's waited till now to everyone to know where he stands, right? That he's spoken for. Now, he might have made that clear and we don't know. Maybe they forced Kat to go here. I don't know. But I'm going to take it as it is. Kat going in there didn't know that he was spoken for already. Does Lee know? Right? But he said it with confidence there that, yeah, I'm spoken for. I think he likes that. I think he likes that claiming by a woman, and especially an older woman. I think he likes that claiming by a woman. And we have to look, there must be a deeper lining issue there. When I say issue, meaning there must be a deeper lining story behind the scenes as to how he grew up, as to why that is such a intrigue, why that intrigues him, why he likes that kind of older woman claiming him in an instance, right? Why he likes that aspect. Because as much as he's gone after Janelle, I didn't really hear him claim Janelle in the same way. What I mean by that, making a declaration, because obviously he's had Lee also as a person too. So I'm really wondering why Kat had the idea that he was open if he had made it clear. He didn't.
It's weird. It's giving like blink if you need help, Quentin, because at this point, child, he is in a sucky place, honey.
Yeah, he ain't gonna blink for nothing because he likes where he's at. He likes where he's at. I think he likes saving women. I think he likes projects. Oh no, not say that. That sounds bad. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think he likes a bit of that. I think he likes to be that. I think he likes, when young men, and I'm a young man too. When young men like older women, and I mean literally dating them, they've had to grow up faster than usual. There's been some aspect of that. There's been a grown up faster than usual. Also, there's also wanting mothering energy, but Janelle doesn't give me mothering energy. She will let you know what it is from day dot and jump. But she has a level of assertiveness that I feel like Quinton does not have. And I feel like that's where they match, or at least that's where they complement each other. I think he likes, sometimes people choose people who they admire their ability to do something. So he's not as assertive as Janelle is, right? I think he's more assertive than Lee in their relationship, but he's not as assertive as Janelle. And I think he likes that assertiveness from Janelle. And maybe that's something that he would like to work on within himself. And then kind of like you admire that in another person. And vice versa, because her softer self isn't really there. Quinton's got more of that softer self. There can be a back and forth admiration. That doesn't mean the relationship is going to work. It just means we admire each other's skill. We're probably better off as friends. And so for me, in this scenario here, again, once more, I'm going to ask that question. Why didn't Kat know? Right?
Get out.
I'm gonna get another drink. Girl, bye.
So, and this the funny thing was, it happened twice because, not in this particular way, but when Quinton was fishing with Lee, Janelle came out the house, and as soon as she came out the house, Quinton went. Like, he just disappeared. He was off. I was like, wait, hold on a minute. Did he just duck off immediately after, they were fishing and he was spending time with Lee? And I was like, yeah, he did. Because he's made his choice. His choice is Janelle. Now, however I feel about that, I want to talk about that. We can talk about another particular video. But for me personally, I think Janelle's territorialness makes Quinton feel safe. I think he likes being claimed. I think he likes her assertive energy because he's a much more softer, gentle soul. I think he likes that. I think he likes that energy that is contrary to what he offers. Some guys, they like that they like that woman that is a bit more toxic, or sorry, say a little bit more assertive, a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more hands-on, that doesn't care what other people think, because maybe he cares about what other people think, hence why he doesn't say how he feels, because he was struggling in another video. He was struggling to tell her the truth about how he really felt about the situation, and I was like, well, then you lack the assertiveness to let her know, right? And then I think that's where the admiration comes in, the lacking of assertiveness to let someone know truthfully what you feel. But hey ho, leave it there. Let you guys know. Let me know your thoughts on below. What do you guys think about Janelle and Quinton's situation? As for me,